Dishonored 2. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developers who wouldn't give me a game to review, the bastards. Reprise your role as a supernatural assassin in Dishonored 2, the follow-up to Arcane Studios' first-person action blockbuster and winner of more than 100 Game of the Year awards, Dishonored. Well, Game of the Year awards mean f*** all, to be honest with you. Play your way in a world where mysticism and industry collide. So what is Dishonored 2? Well, it's the sequel to Dishonored, obviously, which was a great game, a really good game. But anyway, let's get straight to the chase with this. It is badly optimized. It is really badly optimized on the PC. I know that because thousands of people say it is. Now, I haven't experienced any problems whatsoever. But I'm not stupid enough to think that it's all their problems with their stupid shitty toaster PCs. I don't buy that at all. This game obviously has some serious problems if so many people are having running issues with it. I haven't had a single crash. I haven't had any real frame drops. It's a solid 60 FPS wherever I go. I'm using the 375.70 NVIDIA driver, and my specs are a 6800K i7 and a MSI 770 and 32 gig of RAM. They're the main things you need to know, and I'm not having any issues whatsoever, guys. So let's just make that clear from the off. It's running fine on mine. I'm running Windows 10 as well. So there you go, guys. But I know there is problems with this game. It needs patching and fixing. But I'm going to move on to the actual game. Now, there's a lot of graphic settings to play around with. I'm running everything on Ultra, but I have turned off a few things like God Rays, depth of field. I've also turned off bloom. These have got nothing to do with performance. For me, I turned them off before I'd even started playing the game because I fucking hate them in a game. They look shit and they ruin my experience. So I just turned them straight off. And lens flares. I don't want lens flares. Fucking hell, I'm not watching a J.J. Abrams film. I switched them off as well. So everything else is on Ultra, and off we go. The story takes place a few years, I think it's 15 years after the original, and I'm not going to spoil it for you at all, but it's a story of revenge. You want revenge. It's pretty good. I quite like the story, and you get the choice at the beginning, right at the beginning, to choose who you're going to use to play through the entire game. You can do it as Corvo or his daughter. Now, I chose his daughter because I'd already played the first one as Corvo. Now, if you choose Corvo, you get a different set of powers to what you do if you choose his daughter. So, for me, I'm going to play the game through as both, but at the minute I'm choosing his daughter. Now, the way it goes is this. You get a base power, and then you can either upgrade that, or you can buy different powers. And you do that by acquiring runes. You find runes in the game hidden, and you can buy them at the shops, and you can then unlock more and more powers. And one of the powers is X-ray vision, which I didn't unlock because I don't want to use a fucking wall hack because I'm not a lame-ass noob. So there you go. But there is a wall hack, which is a shame. It really is. I do beg you guys not to pick that. I'll tell you what to choose instead. You get this teleport ability where you can teleport 10 yards in front of you or above you or below you. Get that, upgrade it to Emperor Palpatine mode, which is like force pull. You can force pull objects, or better still, live people. Somebody's running away from you. Hey bitch, you come here. I have not finished with you yet. And then you just grab them from like 20 yards away, pull them through the air, the arms and legs is flailing away, and they're going, ah! And then they land on your sword, right up their rectum, or in their face. Guys, it is, well, you don't have to kill them, you can just pull them off a cliff if you wanted, but I generally like to pull them onto the end of my sword. It is so satisfyingly good, guys, to do that to some fleeing little snitcher who's running around the corner to tell all his mates that I'm here. It's great fun, guys. It is a power that I am using all my mana on. I can't help it. Even when I'm running low on mana, it's like, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I just love it. I absolutely love that power. It is fucking great. Now, the combat, let's go on to the combat. The combat in this game is as easy or as difficult as you want it to be. I'm playing the game on hard because you should, really. Unless you're using a controller, then you'll probably have to play it on easy. I'm playing it on hard, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the combat. At first, I didn't like it, and I'll tell you why. It's because I played the game properly. I snuck around everywhere in stealth mode. You're not invisible. When I say stealth, you're just creeping around, hiding behind the china cabinet and all that. And, you know, I played it like that, sneaking around. And then when an enemy comes and he's like walking past you, you press the left mouse button once or twice and your guy will leap up, grab them by the hair and insert their sword into their face and kill them. And it's like, I didn't really do that, did I? I didn't really do that. I had no idea you were going to grab him by the hair and stick the sword up through the bottom of his jaw and out the top of his head. It was just kind of, you know, it was kind of, guys. And then another one comes past and you do the same, and then he does another amazing animation, and it's like, I didn't really do that either, did I? That's not me. That's just, you know, it was shit. It was shit, guys. It was easy. It was fucking easy. Just every enemy that comes up, and it's like, hang on a minute. Is this a game for embryos? It's just easy. It was shit. There was no challenge. It was boring. And I just thought, fuck it. I refuse. I refuse to pay £40 because I had to pay £40. I did ask for a review copy of this, but they wouldn't give us it. Bastards. So I thought, I'm not going to pay £40, even though I only paid £32 from Greenman Gaming. But that's not the point. I'm not going to pay £32 to hide behind a fucking china cabinet and stab people in the face without any skill whatsoever. No, sir. No, sir, I ain't. So what I do instead is I walk out into the middle of the street and I say, Thunderlips is here in the flesh, baby. And all the guards go, it's fucking Mac. It's Mac. Get him, get him. And then I run away like a pussy and hide, pick up some explosive material, blow the first few up that come running at us. Then the rest, I'll just either teleport to me, stab them in the face, or have a bit of sword fencing using the block. It's really good fun. I admit it's dumbed down shit compared to the likes of Chivalry. You can just hold your block up and I think you can just block forever. But it's great fun. Just block, 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 then just circle straight around them and stab, 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 stab. But you know in Game of Thrones when Tyrion Lannister was up for, he was going to get executed and he was doing a trial by combat, and obviously he's a little dwarf, he couldn't fight, so he got that other guy, and he fought the mountain. Well, you know when he was like running around the mountain and just slashing him on the leg and slashing him on the back and that? Well, that's how I feel when I'm playing this. Just run around, slash, 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 and then off with your head. Whoosh! It's just great. It's great. The combat is so much fucking fun, guys. It really is so much fun. It's a joy to play the combat. There was one time I went into this building. It was a really big building, like a works place that had lots of offices inside. I murdered everybody in there. I murdered everyone. And I threw their heads out of the door onto the main street at their colleagues and then slammed the door. And you can hear the colleagues outside. Oh, man, who did that? That could have been us. That could have been us, man. But they knew I was in that house. They knew I'd killed everybody. And they knew I'd dismembered them and thrown their bits out of the door and slammed the door in their face. And they had to come in and get us. And you could tell they were shitting back. I know it's just a game. They weren't shitting. You've got to play it like a complete fucking prick, guys. Don't sneak around and do all these stupid exploit moves that'll just kill everybody. Don't do that. Why would you? Why would you? Get out there and say, hey, fuck face, I'm here. What are you going to do? You know, that's how you play it. That's how to play this game. Just be a complete bell end of gigantic proportions and you will have so much fucking fun. Kill everybody, guys. Everybody. Just kill them all. Kill them all. It's great. It's great. The looting is great fun as well. Sneaking around the buildings, just opening the doors. Oh, health pack, mana pack. Oh, bullets. It's just really good. I mean, it's a fun game. There's some levels that are pretty tough. One of them was fighting these clockwork robots, guys. They are really bastards. You've got to shoot the heads off. And if you shoot the heads off, they can't see, obviously, but they will still detect where you are by movement. So anything that makes a noise, that moves, they'll attack, including their own type. So you kind of get a bit of an ally, which is really good fun. And I had to kill this boss of the Clockworks, and I wanted him dead so much because his house was so much of a maze and all these weird, every time you pulled the lever, the rooms would change around. And he was like, so you're in my bedroom, are you? I see. You're very close. It's a shame you won't ever make it to me. And he was like taunting you like that all the way through the house. I'm coming for you. I'm going to have you. And then when you finally get him, I choked him to unconscious and then threw him off the balcony into his own machinery. It was just so satisfying. And that's the word that I'm going to use, satisfying. This game is it scratches that itch of a complete sadistic bastard. It just does. It's immersive and satisfying. And I'm loving it. It is so much fun. It's got a really good story. You really feel like you want to kill the people in this. It's just, I love the game. I absolutely love it. I'm going to play it all the way through. I'm almost at the end now with Dishonored. And then once I've done it with her, I'm playing it with Corvo. So I get a new set of powers. You can upgrade your weapons as well. You find runes, which are like perks, which give you like, you know, a little bit more health and all that kind of stuff. And as I mentioned before, you also upgrade your powers and you can unlock a whole different set of powers. But one of the cool ones I've got is like a decoy. It makes a copy of yourself that will run away from you. And so if there's a room you have to get through that's got lots of guards in, you just put your decoy in, it'll run away, and it's great for attracting the robots. And I use that to get out the house at the end. And it's really good, guys. I love the game. And I know that people are going to say, how can you love a game like this? But I can love a game like this because I don't play properly. I think if you played it properly, it would be boring. But, you know, I play for fun. That's it. I really just play for fun, and I'm having fun with this game. And it might not be for everybody. People might not like the way I play it, but I like getting in everybody's face and having huge combat. Yeah, you take hits and you might die a few times, but oh man, it's so much better than hiding behind a fucking china cabinet and just stealth killing everybody. That's so boring. So there you go, guys. That's Dishonored 2. Why do you play games? You play them to have fun. And any game that allows you to teleport onto somebody's veranda, sneak in through the upstairs window, find them asleep on the fucking sofa, attach a sticky grenade to their arsehole, watch them blow up and then throw their remains out of the fucking upstairs window onto the street below has got to be worth a buy.